What's up, everybody? Celtic Career back with our video to get those 10s and 20 views. But before we get to the actual topic of today's video, I would like to address something I constantly see on my TV screen, which is the Harry Potter movie marathon. One of my biggest issues with the Harry Potter movies is their outfits. To my understanding, most people in the wizarding world can't figure out muggle look or attire. And they look like those weird creatures that stumble into the store. Like when it first opens. Like, ma'am, you're in slippers, SpongeBob pajama pants, and a hoodie with no shirt underneath of it. I can tell you're not wearing a shirt underneath of it. Why do you think this was acceptable in public? Me listening to the books, because I found a great website on my phone to listen to the Harry Potter books, and I always thought it was like a robe was just a robe, best way I can describe it is like a really tiny girl in a guy's hoodie, where it's like, hey, yeah, it's just throw it over your head, it goes down to your feet, it has the Hogwarts shield right there, and that's it. Because in the book, when James and Sirius are messing with Snape, they flip him over and it shows his underwear. They hang him by his foot in the air, and it's like, oh, there's your underwear. Well, that scene can't happen here because pants don't fall down that way. So, but if you want to see me do a full video on the things I don't like about the Harry Potter movies, just tell me in the comment section. It'll give me more content to do. But it is the first Tuesday of the month, which means it's time for my cartoon / anime of the month, or however I choose to describe it this month, because I have bad memory on how I word things. But because a lot of little bastards and some big bastards are going back to school, I figured I'd pick a school-related show. The best part of going to school, and that is that, of course, recess. The few minutes where you get to run around like an idiot and no one cares. I think some real world jobs need that. Alright, everybody. We're going to take 10 minutes for lunch. And then we're going to take an extra 30 minutes to go play basketball, dodgeball, go on the swing set, or grab a chalk and draw on the ground. I really do think that would boost morale. The show aired in 1997, the back half of 1997. I was 9 when the show came out. Makes me feel very old. It ran for 4 seasons. 4 years. Ran for 6 seasons, 65 episodes. But a lot of shows back then you see that with like Phineas and Ferb. I think Phineas and Ferb does this too. Where it's like, hey, the first 10 minutes of the show is going to be one episode, and the second half of the episode is going to be a completely different episode. For example, the show's first episode are broken into 2 parts. The Break-In and the New Kid. 2 completely different stories, and they're both actually really good and cut into 10-minute parts. Show follows your stereotypical group of kids. You have this is the wording on Wikipedia, not how I word it, the cheeky and popular lovable rogue. He's the class clown who's somehow really popular. It's like, hey, he's just cool. There's something about him. He has that it factor. And that in this show is TJ Detweiler, the gang's leader. And there's the jock, Vince LaSalle. Somehow he's good at all sports. We know that guy. I kind of was not fully the jock, but that would be the closest thing I would have been to at that age. I played football, baseball, street hockey. I had a basketball net. Yeah, I played a lot of sports growing up. The tomboy Ashley Spinelli. I'll explain why her first name got in her trouble in the one episode. The big lovable teddy bear. The guy you see and you're like, oh crap, he's fake. Oh, you're a softie. In this show, his name is Mikey. who takes ballet and could sing. The super smart child prodigy nerd, and unfortunately they gave her the nerdy name of Gretchen. Not bad enough that you made her super tall, awkward, dressed, braces, buck teeth. You give her the first name of Gretchen. Yeah, really nailing that one in. And of course, the awkward new kid, Gus. He's the military brat who's bounced around place to place, so he's always the new kid. The show is just, according to this, it's a microcosm tradition of human society, government, class system, and a set of unwritten laws. No, they're kids doing weird, goofy kids things. The one episode they built a fort, and the fifth graders try to take from them. They had a water balloon fight to get the fort back. Let's be goofy idiots and let our imaginations take a while control. But the great thing about this show is, I'll pull it up here. Gaming. Oh yeah, I kind of started playing Destiny. If you want to see me play Destiny on Twitch, let me know. Look at, that's TJ. Each character has in-depth in details. There's the main kids. That's who the show follows. But that's all the other main characters. Miss Finster, the hard-nosed rules enforcer, who, according to Wikipedia, and I did not realize, was a Navy commando at one point in time. She has Randall, her little snitch spy, who does get beaten up in Rick and Morty. Here's the clip. Yeah, the principal who actually got into teaching for the right reasons. He becomes a teacher in the desire to help children. But then again, he's an adult who slowly gets worn down and becomes more, But for some reason, I feel like that's he reminds me a lot of TJ what TJ probably would be as an adult. Miss Grokey, the fourth grade teacher who is a hippie. That's the best way to describe her. She is a hippie. Eric Lawson, the fifth grader who primarily bullies younger students and has a rivalry with the group. No, it's he's a bully, but he's not he doesn't beat people up. He's just kind of I'm older, haha, I'm better. That's kind of King Bob. He is king of the playground. Pretty much anything he says goes. Student council president? I have no idea how they're seeing it. And the Ashleys. Group of 4 girls, all named Ashley, and they are these stereotypical, oh my god, did you see this outfit? I can't believe she wore that. Yeah, the rich, prissy girls, that's pretty much they are. And weirdly enough, they all have a set of younger brothers, and sisters, and they all share the same names. What? Your parents all decided, we're going to name all our kids the same and have them at the same time. Oh, we all have 4 girls? Let's name them Ashleys. Oh, we have 4 boys? Let's name them Tyler. Oh, we have 4 other girls? The Britneys. And apparently they were based on the characters from the film The Heathers. I did not know that. But the Ashleys have a thing. They think that because Benelli's first name is Ashley, and she's a tomboy who likes to run around playing football, she's tarnished the name. So literally a whole episode they're trying to change personality. But what makes this show so great is even the oddball, weird characters that do pop up almost in every episode, but don't have major roles in every episode, all are unique and weird. The hustler kid, the guy who's always trying to swindle you contraband good. The Goober kid, need spiritual advice? They'll go to the Goober kid. The Spinner girl, who literally desire is every kid's desire of making a full rotation going up and around the swing set. For some reason she wears a World War II fighter helmet. Upside down girl, who spends the entire day recess upside down. She can get away with it because she's in the 4th grade. Let's see. The digger kids who literally just dig tunnels throughout the entire school. Weirdly enough, the kindergartners.
Nothing to worry about, huh?
They're mini savages, and I wouldn't be surprised if some crazed D&D player did not say, yes, my character can summon terrifying little monsters.
Big kick, big kick, big kick!
Cool. Oh, yeah, the kindergartners from Recess. What? Yeah, that's what they are.
Hello there, small people.
Show kind of has a weird ending in the final episode, broken in two parts. But the final half of the final episode, TJ loses confidence as the leader after a few failed plans and refuses to leave the group. That's the cliff note that you're going to go out on. Thankfully, they had 4 films and 1 crossover episode with Lilo Stitch, the series. But that came 3 years after the final movie. Recess, School's Out was their first movie that came out came out right after season 5, and pretty much all the kids kind of go to their own individual summer camp for their various activities, except for TJ, who kind of gets left behind and is bored because all his friends are not home. And he accidentally discovers that the ex-principal, Philip Benedict, stereotypical evil British bad guy name, ironically, voiced by James Wood, because of course he was, plans on getting rid of summer vacation. So TJ tries to rally the entire school and Principal Prickly and Finster to stop it. They had their Christmas special, because every show that went a couple seasons had a Christmas special. Recess, Christmas, A Miracle on 3rd Street. You can see where they're kind of playing with that, which came out one day after the final episode aired. 2 years later, they had all grown down, where the gang gets kidnapped by the kindergartners. And they pretty much try to, in order to escape, they tell the kindergartners stories of how they got along. Okay, it's a flashback movie. And then the final piece of actual Recess movie show thing was Recess, taking the 5th grade. Taking the page out of South Park. But this is going to Wikipedia in the series finale. AKA, this is the final thing we saw of Recess. The gang enters 5th grade, and the movie's divided into like 3 different parts. Part 1, TJ goes against the Board of Education, who's trying to make changes. Part 2, the gang's introduced to clubs. Of course, with them all having different kind of specialities will cause difference. And 3, Spinelli thinks she's too old for trick-or-treating. Me at 34, I think she's wrong. I am under the firm belief that as long as you have a good enough costume, you should go trick-or-treating at any age. Unfortunately, most people don't think that, so I either need to make my own small people or kidnap my friend's small people just to go trick-or-treating and get them free candy. That's just me. But that's all I have for you on this episode. Go out, watch Recess. It is a great show. If you're my age, mind yourself of actual good shows. Because if I were to go to, and I'm going to pull this up as I'm doing this because I did this earlier, tomorrow, we always got home right around 3 o'clock. We always, we had Recess, Recess, Pokemon, Digimon, Batman, Spider-Man, all that was airing. As I channel surf, you have The Office on Comedy Central, so that, I'm not going to count Comedy Central. On the kids, more or less, Disney XD, Amphibious, a show that's been reruns from 2 years ago. The movie The Croods. Oh, that's 7 o'clock at night. Sorry, that's what's on right now. So get home at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Your options right now on, you have Beyblades, Craig of the Creek, actually a good show. But yeah, Beyblades, that came out in 2019. Craig of the Creek, the SpongeBob movie, and Big City Greens. that is your options for cartoons when you first come. I said, this show, Big City Greens, runs till 5 o'clock till Big Hero 6, the movie, not the series. Crater Creek goes into Mega Minds. And then Blade Blade goes to Amphibia, a show that came out 2 years ago. Until 5 o'clock, then it goes to Big City Greens. This era of TV cartoons suck on television. Say, anybody older could say they got home from school and there was, like, I remember going home from school, original Batman animated series, Spider-Man, Pokemon, Digimon, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Granted, that's not a cartoon, but it's still Full House. There was a lot of quality shows. Waking up on Saturday morning was the reason why I originally started Saturday morning cartoon animation. Saturday morning reaction, which now is solely on the Rumble.
Rumble!
But that's all I have for you, so I'll catch you weird people later.